Hey, we're Jake and Homie. So my video where I dyed all the Delrin yo-yos was actually so successful and you guys liked it so much that I decided to why not make a video where I show you guys how to dye like ABS plastic yo-yos. Most yo-yos nowadays are made out of ABS plastic and it's a little trickier to dye. You have to use chemicals like acetone. We're still going to be using the same dye. Hopefully this works. It might. I don't really know, but let's find out. Okay guys, so I took apart my freehand Pro here, my freehand Next Gen. The rest of these I just left all together. And I also got my T1 Captain here. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take some Elmer's glue. And you're going to want, if there's anything you want to mask off, meaning you don't want it to get dyed, like what I did here, is I made these little like triangles just designed. So now when I dye this, everything will dye except where I put the glue. And then when I'm all done, I take the glue off, and in theory, it should be the original color when I'm done here. Okay, so I did that on this side. I'm going to do the same thing to this side. I just made these weird little triangles. I don't know why I decided to do this. Just trying to make something like totally random that'll just be kind of cool. And hopefully it works. Okay. I never claimed to be an artist. Okay, so I've made some weird triangle type things on this one. And then I'm also going to do some weird designs on this one as well. This one I'm just going to kind of like make some dots first, some like big fat dots. Once again, remember, you don't want it too thick, otherwise it takes forever to dry. But you can speed up the drying process just with a blow dryer. Okay, so I'm going to start off, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do something else to it too. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm just going to make some random circles where I don't want the dye to take. Okay, then I'm also going to do a design on this one. What I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to do a splash pattern. Splash pattern is really easy. You just want to kind of get it where it can squeeze it where it's like dribbling and do something like that. Make it totally random. Okay, so then I'm going to let these dry on this side. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. You know what? I'm going to add a little splash to this one too. Just a little to go with these circles. Okay, and remember, you can always put in a crappy bearing if there's anything you want to like if they're, if you really like the bearing and you're worried about this, just mask it off. I'm also going to do some splash on the Skiva here. This one, I'm just going to do it like on the sides here. Like that. I'll do the same thing on this side. Oh, it looks like I'm going to do some splash on the variant too. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry, because then I actually want to splash some of them on the other sides. I think these two, I'm just going to do solid colors and keep it easy. But I want to try to do some splash and see if this works. I'm going to all the trouble of doing this. Might as well do some cool splash. You know, yeah, why not? Hayabusa will be the only one I don't splash. See? And you can be totally crazy with this. You don't have to, like... You're your own boss when you dye yo-yos, you know? Oh man, if you mess up, it's okay. Cool. And also too, say you do this and you're not happy, you're like, what did I do? You can just wash this off and start over. So nothing's permanent, it is washable glue after all. So yeah, so I'm gonna give this like a good 20 minutes or whatever, I'm gonna wait till it dries. And I'll be back, and then we'll do the other sides, and then we can get to dyeing these babies. Okay guys, so these are all dry, so I'm gonna flip some of them over. And I'm going to give a splash pattern to the other side as well. Oh, that one stuck there a little bit. The Skiva, I already kind of hit both sides, so that one's good. This one's actually pretty good. But I know this variant, there's nothing really on this side, so I'm going to hit this variant and these freehands a little bit. Same thing, I'm just going to kind of make it super random. Totally random. And nice. Okay, so, yep, same thing. I'm just gonna let these dry. I might hit them with a blow dryer if I get impatient, because that'll speed up the process. But yeah, we're gonna same thing. We're gonna let these dry, and then we'll get to making our solution to dye these things, and we'll be having some fun. Okay, guys, so we're ready to get dyeing. The first yo-yo I'm gonna attempt this on is the Brandon Vu variant by Magic Yo-Yo and Offset Yo-Yos. So what you're going to need is, obviously, you're going to need your RIT dye more. I'll put a link down below for this. And also you're going to need some acetone. You can get this in any hardware store or like Walmart, basically anywhere. But I'll put an Amazon link also if you just like buying. You know, Amazon's easy. If you guys want to buy it on Amazon. If not, just go to your local wherever. Okay, now I like using these mason jars because the mason jars have increments on them, because you're going to need to do 2 parts water to 1 part acetone. So by doing that, sorry, it's all fogging up here. You see it's got 100 milliliters, 200 milliliters, 300 milliliters. So I filled it up with hot water, just from my tap, to the 200 milliliters, and then I'm going to fill it up with acetone to the 100 milliliters. So I'm going to do that right now. Let me open. Oops. My yo-yo got connected to my knife there. Okay, so I'm just going to fill this up till the 300. Okay, so 2 to 1 parts. That's the ratio that we're looking for. Okay, now I don't need to use a lot of this. So that's nice about dyeing it this method. If you use a smaller container, you don't need that much dye. So I'm literally just gonna give it just give it a little splash. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not rocket appliances here, you know. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I just tied a string to here. I recommend either using a bearing you don't care about, or as soon as you're done, take it out and clean it. I'm just going to take them out and clean them. I get bearing, I'm fortunate enough where I'm sponsored, so I get bearings for free. But this is actually a really tight fit here, so I'm going to have to do it this way. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to set a timer for 4 minutes, and we'll come back and check it out. But this is my first time doing this, so this might work, it might not work, but we're going to set a timer for 4 to 5 minutes. I'll do 5 minutes. And then we'll be right back. Okay, guys, we still got about 3 minutes left, but one thing you can do too is, even with the yo-yo string on there, you can still close the jar, and you can kind of shake it around. I'm still doing it over this towel just in case it leaks, but as far as I can tell, it is not leaking at all. So this is just a way to just mix everything up real good. I'm just trying to make sure everything's getting good in there. So yeah, I still got 3 more minutes on my 5-minute timer, but I'll check back in a minute. But yeah, you might want to, you know, it's pretty cool with the string on. You can still close the jar. Okay, guys, it's been about 8 minutes now, so I'm going to take it out here. Okay, put the jar over here, because I'm going to use that for some more yo-yos. Okay, but now I want to clean it off and see what we got. So it definitely made it like a, oh, it actually turned out really cool. Okay, so I'm going to use just some warm water from my sink. Okay, so it wasn't able to make it red, obviously, because the light blue, I guess, plus red doesn't make red. It makes like a purplish color. Oh man, this is awesome. Have Brandon Vu eat your heart out, baby. Look at that. Yeah. Oh my god, this turned out awesome. Super sick. Alright, so I'm going to clean this up more. I'm going to take this string off. I'm going to use the same string on the next yo-yo. Just clean the outside of the jar off so I don't spill anything when I go over there. Okay, there we go. But yeah, look at that. Come on, come on. Now you know that. You cannot tell me that doesn't look awesome. I wish I would have done a little more splash on the middle. Some of the other ones I did, but this one turned out sick. Frick yeah. Okay, so I didn't know what to expect. At first, like, I didn't think it was really doing anything. This was 8 minutes, okay? So if you have a darker color, you're going to have to do it longer. A lighter color, you probably only have to do like 5 minutes. But this obviously takes a little longer than Delrin. Doing Delrin, you can even get a color to change in a couple minutes, like 2 minutes. And it doesn't feel like it ate away in any of the plastic or anything. Very happy with the results of this one. So let's throw a new yo-yo in there. And let's do it again. Okay, I'm just gonna do this in the sink because it's easier, less mess, and everything. So I'm gonna take the same string because no point in ruining a bunch of strings, and I'm gonna
use this same jar. I'm just going to do this over my sink. If you have a stainless steel sink, I recommend just doing this in your sink. Same thing, I'm going to do the Skyva. Give it like, I don't know, give it like 5 to 8 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Let's see what we got. Every once in a while I'm going to give it a little shake like that. I'll check back in with you guys and we'll see what that one looks like when that one's done too. Okay guys, the Skyva is done and this one came out cool as well. Definitely different. More of a brown, where this one came out like this dark, kind of like a wine color almost. So definitely different, definitely cool. So let me go grab a new yo-yo and we'll throw a new one in there. Okay, next we're going to try these two freehand halves, and just so it's easier to get them in and out of the jar, I'm just going to put a string through the bodies here. Come on, go in there. Piece of crap. There we go, go in there. Okay, just like that, and I'm just going to tie a slip knot and put it through here. And then that way I'll be able to get these out of the jar easily as well. So we're going to throw those in there. And we'll do 5 minutes on those and we'll be back. Okay guys, so I've had the freehand in here for about 10 minutes now. And let's check this out. Okay, so it still stayed in orange, but it definitely changed shades. I actually am kind of excited to take the glue off this one. Even though it didn't do a ton, it looks like pretty cool. Yeah, I like how this one turned out actually. I mean, some colors you'll have, some types of plastic too, you might have to leave in there longer. So I could have went farther with this, but I have a bunch of yo-yos to do, and I'm trying to get this video out as soon as possible for you guys. But it definitely, this one's a little harder to see, but it definitely worked. A little different. I'll take this string off here in a second. And check that out. See, like, it kind of just, you know, made it two different shades, but I really like how that turned out, actually. It really, for whatever reason, it didn't work on this side. So I don't know if there's some type of coating over this, because this yo-yo, I actually sanded all this down and I did a tutorial video on how to make a satin finish using this yo-yo. So I don't know if there's something on, like, the outside that's preventing it from being dyed, and because I sanded this side, it was able to do so. If you have a freehand, you might want to sand it before you go ahead and try to dye it. Interesting. Yeah, this is all kind of like an experiment too, so I'm kind of learning how to do this with you guys. I'm no expert, but it seems to be working pretty darn good. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's grab another yo-yo. Let's do another one. Okay guys, so this freehand pro has actually been in here for an hour now, just slightly over an hour. So let's see what happened. It actually looks like the dye didn't take that much. Oh, actually, yeah, it did. I'm actually seeing the parts that had the glue, and I thought that was the dye. So I think an hour was a little much. I feel like a lot of the glue actually started to get dyed through in that amount of time. Like the glue didn't hold up, maybe the acetone started to eat at it a little, but everything looks fine. It's kind of a unique design. Definitely did not turn out as good as like the variant. Really surprised how well that one turned out. But yeah, quite unique still. I also have a Duncan Hayabusa, which has rubber rings, and I believe the rubber rings will probably take really good. It might be too big to fit in here, I'm not sure. I'm gonna go grab that and see if we can get that to fit in here. Okay guys, the last one I'm going to do is this Duncan Hayabusa, and it does fit in here. Because this is the last one I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this solution. I have plenty of stuff to make more solution if I want to dye any more yo-yos. But for right now, I'm going to be done. So this one I'm just going to leave in the jar. I'm not going to tie a string to it or anything. And I'm just going to end up pouring the rest of this out and disposing of it when this is done anyways. So we'll give this one a good 10 minutes or so like we did with... Oh, I'm spilling stuff everywhere. We'll give this one a good 10 minutes or so like we did with all the other ones. And we'll check that out. But I imagine this one's going to work pretty good because of these rubber rings on here. But I don't really know, and time will tell. So, see you guys in 10 minutes. Okay guys, so last one, I got the Hayabusa here. This one, I'm just going to dump this out. And Whoa, that turned out cool. Look at that. Look how good the red took on the wings. I got some water in the caps. So I'm going to take the caps out there and get that all out when I go ahead and clean this. But yeah, really cool how this turned out. So I have a mixed result. You know, some things turned out awesome, but other things didn't really take so much. But all the yoyos, they all seem to be totally, like the texture of them and everything is totally the same. I don't see anything that really would mess anything up. So it's going to take me a little bit to take all these apart, clean all the bearings, re-lube the axles, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and deep clean everything. But I think this was also a success, and you know, no matter what type of plastic your yo-yo is made out of, there still probably is a way you can dye it.
Okay guys, so this was actually a total success. My results definitely varied. So like something like the variant here and the Skyva, these were actually really easy and they took really well. Now I believe these are ABS plastic, while these Duncans, I think these are actually polycarbonate. Now I don't know if polycarbonate is its own type of plastic or if it's a PLA plastic. Plastic has all different types of materials that can be made of, ABS, PETG, PLA. I really have no idea what polycarbonate comes under, but it definitely is a little harder to dye. You need to you need to prep it a little more. Now, like I said before, this one I sanded the outside, and the outside took to the dye. So I think as long as you like open up the pores on the plastic and sand it a little, or do something like that, you'll get better results. But one of these made out of like the type of plastic that the Skyva is, or the variant here, these came out beautifully. I don't know what's going on with this YoYofactory one. They use, I don't know what type of plastic they use, but it did not dye well at all. If I would have added a little more acetone, or maybe if it would have been a different color, the original base color will have a lot to do with it. But these rubber rings on this Hayabusa, they came out so vibrant, and I'm really impressed with those. Totally impressed with that. And yeah, and I had a lot of fun doing this. This was my first time doing this, so I'm no expert, but I just went off. I did that other dye video where I was doing it to Delrin yo-yos. So if you want to know how to do Delrin, it's even easier. I made a video yesterday on how to do that. But yeah, I just went off an old video that Harry Houdini made, rest in peace, way back in the day. And the little knowledge I learned from that video, kind of combined the two and figured this out. But with a little tinkering, I think I could get really good at this. But yeah, I think more yo-yos should come with cool colors like this. Like this variant goes for 20 bucks. I think a lot of people would pay like 30 bucks for something cool that looked like this. Yeah, so I'm really impressed. I had a lot of fun doing this. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope it helped some of you guys out that are trying to do this. So, thanks for watching. I guess I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go grab some strings because I got a lot of yo-yos to play with. See you later.